kind of obsessed with me in a way that like I like. Like if I come out in a nice outfit, then they're like, oh my God, like yes. But the other day I came out in like a sexy outfit and Ingi was just like, cool, let's go.
It's funny because before this, she said that her exes who were monsters would always compliment her. So she's now got a guy that's not a monster, and because he doesn't compliment her the way she likes it, she wants to complain about it. Corona's like the definition of that type of person that says, oh, I really wish I could have a really nice guy in my life. And then you give it to her, and then what does she want to do? Complain. Anyway, yeah. Maybe there's a reason why those monsters liked it that way.
I don't want to get too explicit, but he kind of broke his penis.
He's as committed as you are. Like, have you guys had like serious talks about everything?
I mean, it's almost hard to have a serious talk with Ingi because his whole mentality is just like, he made a joke a few times because I'm not on his social media.
Why the not?
He's joking. He's like, but I just want to keep my options open, blah, blah, blah. I knew you ask.
So let's make it abundantly clear. Corona's making it clear to us that Iggy loves, my apologies, that he loves to joke. Doesn't really take things too seriously. Okay? All right, cool. Let's remember that.
We might have seen him with girls. But might have seen him with girls. But I don't know anything for sure.
Of course, I mean,
Before we even get into this part of the conversation, how can your friend come up to you and say to you that we might have seen him with girls? Can't be sure. If a friend comes up to you and says to you, hey, I may have seen your partner with so-and-so, can't be sure, your friend is not being a friend. They're being toxic, in my opinion. Because they cannot come to you with information that could potentially ruin your relationship when the information isn't even 100%. Meddling in your business for what? Make that make sense? That whole scene doesn't sit right with me. Because I know if I was in that situation and my girl comes up to me and says to me, oh yeah, so-and-so told me that they may have seen you with so-and-so. Excuse me? May have? What? Come on now. This is why they say, be careful. Well, for us men anyway, be careful who your girl is friends with. Be careful the influence around your girl.
yeah, when I go out, I talk to people. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I enjoy. Did you see me like do anything? Like, was I making out on the dance floor? Like, how far? Like,
Were you?
No, I wasn't. Like,
Okay.
I'm just curious to see what you had to say.
But of course, that response definitely then makes it sus. Definitely puts him in hot water. Man is digging a hole. I mean, listen, if you know you ain't done nothing, then you ain't gonna ask questions like that. That is not a good look. But then at the same time, maybe he's triggered. Maybe he's had this in the past. Maybe he's not happy with the fact that so-and-so has said certain things, and maybe this has happened to him before, and he's like, oh, not again. Somebody else seeing me just chilling and talking to women, and now going out there and telling the person that I'm with, da-da-da-da-da. But of course, we know he hasn't really had relationships. So to be fair, this probably would be a first. But hey, then again, maybe because it's his first, maybe he's just not happy with accusations. Who knows? But hey, either way, let's say he has been doing some madness. It doesn't change the fact that the friends came there with information that wasn't complete. Because that's just not right. You can't have information that is complete. You know what I'm saying?
He was the I didn't do. Like, when
I don't even know necessarily accusing you of anything. I was just asking.
I would never, ever cheat on her. It's like that. I've never given you any reason not to trust me. I mean, I have loads of friends, and some of them are female.
Getting so defensive makes me feel like maybe I shouldn't trust you as much as I trust you.
Okay.
I never thought that you were cheating on me or anything like that. I was just asking a question and saying like, what?
no,
I heard
no,
it works, and I know it's your first relationship, and part of that's terrifying that like I may be like a trial for you. I'm like,
I mean, listen, to be honest with you, should she have asked him the question? I guess so, because she was given information that kind of gave her that. But at the same time, though, I want to say she probably shouldn't have asked the question because she came there with information that wasn't 100%. Just my take on it.
do you see us ever getting married to another country for their people? We're not in a typical situation.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I see it's definitely a rest of the life kind of situation. I come from a country of atheists, like, maybe this is not a big deal here.
Now, before we get into what Corona has to say regarding what he just said, let me show you something. This is something that was sent to me here. Is marriage becoming totally outdated in Iceland? Well. It seems to me as if he actually wasn't really lying when he said what he said, okay? What would a society look like without marriage? And as you can see, the question popped up into my brain after I stumbled across a list of countries with the most are now mothers, with 40% of the babies born out of wedlock. America sits in the wait. Am I reading the right part? Yeah, yes, yeah. America sits in the middle of the global pact in this category. Conservative Turks bring up the rear with a stacked 3%. And the nation on top of the list, the world leader in single moms, Iceland. Okay, so as you can see here, more than two-thirds of Icelandic babies, 67%, are born to parents who are not married. This might be a shameful distinction in many spots around the world. In the land of the Vikings, it is a plot. It is a point of pride. The island may have been settled by murdering brutes, but it is now the most feminist society on the planet. With that one totalizing fact, at episode of the Wonder List was born. Okay, so there you go. So the point of the story is there's truth to what he was saying. There is truth to what he's saying about marriage here ain't a thing. Now, Corona decided to obviously bounce back and ask him these questions. Well, or to make these points.
I mean, your brother's married, your parents are married.
Things like what happened like to the kids, like if one of them were to pass away.
Practical reasons.
Pretty much practical reasons.
Didn't also realize that marriage was so important to you.
I sent you a ring months ago. If it wasn't important to me, I wouldn't have done that.
Thought maybe that was a joke.
That was not a joke.
So like I said before, the man likes to joke a lot. I mean, let's be real. Obviously, whenever he says anything is a joke, it's basically his way of downplaying things. You know, that's where he really been. You know, he was downplaying the whole situation. You know, he downplays things that obviously aren't exactly serious to him, or things he doesn't really care to take seriously, maybe right now, or maybe not ever. So really and truly, should you been surprised by that reaction? Nope. I've seen the wedding ring. I remember obviously they did actually show us it. Everyone has their taste in life. That's all I can say for that. You know what I mean? But either way, though, at the end of the day, for me personally, the main thing that I'm taking away from this is that nobody, in my opinion, should ever give information to somebody when the information is not 100%. There is no need for that. And to be fair at that point, nor should you really ask that question to that person if the information you've been given wasn't that 100% neither. But then again, though, sometimes there is a way where you can bring up the topic. There is always a way you can bring up the topic that then doesn't make it seem as if the person is now being questioned. And I think for this guy, maybe it's a case of where it might trigger something. Who knows? Who knows? But his response definitely was not helping him. Definitely wasn't helping. But Corona didn't look as that much bothered anyway. So it is what it is. Nonetheless, though, we'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on these two. And until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.